All right, what's going on, brothers? Hopefully everything's going good. Hopefully everything's going well for you guys. Of course, you can see in the background it says black tax. Brothers, now it says the term originated in South Africa, but I'm going to use it as it applies to so-called American blacks. Brothers, you're not obligated for black tax. Don't pay it. You're not obligated. You're not the Messiah, brothers. You can't save everybody. Brothers, I'm guilty of this. I've been there. I've experienced it. I don't care how they try to flip it, fry it, or fricassee it. I guess that's why they, whatever, whatever. I don't care how they try to do it. I'm telling you, brothers, at the very least, you're gonna find yourself in a strain, or worse, you might find yourself going broke. You can't help everybody. Now, brothers, it's cool to help people, brothers. Do it at a comfortable confines, within parameters. Nothing wrong with helping people, brothers. That's up to you. You do your own thing, right? But I'm telling you, brothers, if you keep giving and giving and giving, I'm telling you, man, you're gonna find yourself in a strain. Brothers, over 20 something years ago, this is crazy, right? Talking about 2001 and 2. I had family members. They kept hitting me up, man, every other week, man, looking for money, looking for money. So I was actually helping them out. It was more than one, and it was becoming a strain on me, man. I was like, oh man, I just can't keep doing this. And I remember talking to my pops, and my pops said, "Hey man, you keep that up." He said, "You gonna go broke." Oh, God bless my pops, man. I'm so thankful that he raised me, but he was right, and I was like, "Yeah, you're right." So of course I started telling them no, woo woo, and because it was really straining my pockets, man. It really was hurting me. I couldn't keep helping them, right? And you know what's crazy, man? Some of those same people still, actually, I would actually say all of them still need money to this day. We talking about over 20. I ain't lying. Ain't that crazy? Over 20 something years, they still be asking, trying to borrow money from people here. That's crazy, man. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But anyway, brothers, that black tax is just not feasible, brothers. It's just not. You won't be able to make it, brothers. I'm sorry. Nothing wrong with helping people, brothers, but you just ain't gonna be able to do it. So that's my thoughts on this black tax. It's a burden. You guys are not the savior. I mean, if you want, it's cool to help certain people. That's up to you, but you can't help everybody, brothers. And that's the point, man. Matter of fact, let me say this too. People be like, well, Michael Jordan don't do this and Michael Jordan don't do that. I'm just using him as an example. One, brothers, Michael Jordan don't owe us nothing. I don't know what he do with his money, but I'm just giving an example. He don't owe me nothing. I wouldn't care if Jordan didn't give nobody nothing. He don't owe nobody nothing. You owe yourself. You owe yourself. Man, they don't give back. They don't give back. Snoop, I think Snoop and them do their thing, but I'm just saying these people really do not. They're not obligated, man. Although they might think they are, but brothers. And if they do something, you should be thankful. That's another thing about black tax. People think they're entitled to it. No, you should be thankful, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. You understand? You should be thankful and grateful that people will help you because they don't have to. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you a good example. This guy, they just remodeling my bathroom. I'm not trying to flex or nothing, but they just remodeling my bathroom. So the guy was telling me like, "Hey, cause I got this little dining table." He said, "Man, you got this all wrong. That's why it's not stable." I'm like, "Oh yeah." And he's like, "Yeah." He said, "You got to put this on." He was showing me what I did wrong. I was like, "Oh, okay." So I'm thinking like, okay, when they finish doing what they doing, it takes some weeks. I was gonna knock it out. So fast forward 4 weeks, how many weeks? 4 weeks later, whatever it is, they finish it up, and I was like, I remember thinking like, okay, in a couple of days, I'm gonna just go ahead and fix this dining table. But I looked at it, somebody had already did it. I said, "Oh man, who did this, man?" And the dude who was remodeling bathrooms, he said, I did it. I said, "Oh man, thank you, man." I shook his hand and you know what I mean? I was smiling. I was like, "Man, I was so grateful." I said, "Man, thank you, man. I really do appreciate that." He's like, "Oh man, You know, he smiled. He's like, no problem, no problem. I said, oh man, I really do appreciate that. That man didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? He did not have to do that, man. He was a Hispanic man. You know, may God bless him. But you know, I made sure I thanked him and I was grateful. I was like, thank you, man, because he didn't get paid for that, but he went out his way and he done that for me. You see what I'm saying? And I'm using that as an example. Uh, that's why it should be no black tax, because people think they're entitled to it. That's one reason I don't like it, and it's burdensome. If anybody help you, brothers, you should be grateful and thankful. All of us, because they don't have to. Any little help I get, I'm grateful and I'm thankful for. And if I can, I respond in kind if I can. You know what I'm saying? You might be like, oh, hey man, thank you. Here's $20. You know what I mean? You can respond in kind or whatever if you can. If you can't, you can't. But at the very least, be grateful, be thankful. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. And I know you as so-called black people have seen and witnessed people entitled. I've seen brothers, of course, even myself have done it, help people, be like, well, you chose to do that. Like, damn, not even appreciative. But anyway, that's it right there, brothers. So no black tax, brothers. I'm sorry, man. You can't do it. You can't do it, brothers. You could try, but hey, don't say I didn't warn you. But anyway, brothers, so for all you brothers out there, help yourself, man. You ain't got to be selfish, but you need to bring something to the table. It's like, we'll use this as an example. In the scriptures, right? For the feast days, if I remember correctly, in the feast days, you brothers can correct me. When the Most High is talking about, his feast days, don't come in. I think it said, don't come empty-handed. Even if it's money, bring something to the feast. That's how you help your community. You bringing something to the table. You understand what I'm saying? You contributing. Right? And if somebody do help you, brothers, be grateful, be thankful. Because they don't have to give you nothing. I'm out. Peace.